I'm afraid to set up an estate plan because I don't want to lose the protections that are offered to me and my husband by owning property together. This is a common scenario for married individuals who own property together and thinking that if they set up an estate plan and they do anything like transferring their home into the trust for probate avoidance purposes or just for generational wealth purposes, that they're going to lose those protections that are offered to them, sheltering them from creditors. That immunization that husband and wife get while owning property together, a lot of them are hesitant to start their estate planning process because they feel or they think that they're going to lose that protection once they start meddling with the deed. Good news though is that property that is held by tenancy by the entirety does have immunity when you transfer that into the trust. Essentially, property that is held by tenancy by the entirety that is then transferred to a trust can still hold its immunity that it had prior to being in the trust, and it can still remain once it is in the trust. Moving property into a trust does not mean that you will lose that immunization from creditors, for example, just because the property is now in the trust. However, there's a couple of things that still have to happen in order to keep that immunity. The husband and the wife have to remain married. The property or proceeds from the property continue to stay in the trust by the trustee or trustees and then goes to the successor trustees. Both the husband and wife are beneficiaries of the trust. And finally, this section of the code that talks about the immunity for husband and wife that are owning property together by tenancy by the entirety, this needs to be referenced in the trust. That way, we know that this particular section of the Maryland Code will apply to your trust. If any of this sounds very confusing though, please don't forget that all of this can be done with the help of an estate planning attorney. Particularly if you're here in the state of Maryland, please do not hesitate to contact my office, www.leahbostonlaw.com. And once again, I'm happy to help get you started. And if you have any questions or any topics of particular that you would like me to discuss, please leave some comments below. Otherwise, have a great day.